Hey, yeah, I'm on a new era of visibility, and I want to bring you all along for the journey. So, one of the things that I have been working on this past month or so is creating my introvert video breakthrough community on school. And as someone who has had the privilege and honor of managing communities big and small since 2016, I realized it's time for me to finally have one of my own. And so, with that, I'm doing a lot of things and getting out of my comfort zone. I'm starting a Substack. I am experimenting more with my easeful content type, which is audio, right? So the first Substack that I posted for Intro Video Breakthrough, it was an audio. I had the written part as well, but it was also kind of like a podcast situation, and I got a lot of good feedback about it. Apparently, people like hearing my voice is calming for them, so that was really cool. Um, but yeah, so I'm really excited about this journey. And so some of the other things I'm doing is just really being more playful. And more importantly, I'm documenting this journey. And so I've been a big follower of Gary Vee for several years. And one of the videos that always stood out to me was his video about document, don't create. And so I have been someone who tends to document in private. So I am always capturing like little clips of myself. I might do written, I might do audio, just different things to just so I can document like what's going on right now. I even have like a private Snapchat um uh I don't even know what it's called, but a thread kind of going on. I like invited someone and then uninvited them. So now every time I do a snap, I can sit it into this folder and be able to see like what was going on that day for me, right? But the thing that I found is when I tend to I'm sorry, when I tend to document privately, I'm not always as consistent as I would like to be. I tend to mainly focus on like the highs and the lows. Like that's when I tend to document instead of like just all the little things in between, right? And so I want to change that with this journey that I'm doing of building the introvert video breakthrough community. Because like this is just something that I'm just really ready to just break out of all my comfort zones. Like, I'm on a mission to support 1,000 introverts with getting out of their head and in front of their audience using video content. And so for me, that is a big goal. And I want to bring you all along with that. So, this is week 2. Yesterday was officially 1 week that I opened Introvert Video Breakthrough to the public. And so I just wanted to give like a little recap of like what's been going on so far. And then I think I'm going to make this like a weekly thing. How I share this journey is I'm still figuring it out because I really want it to be something that works for me, right? I'm all about easeful visibility and leaning into your strengths and what works. So it's probably going to be a mix of audio, probably going to be a mix of video too, because I just love creating videos. But I do want to have some kind of like daily documentation as well. And so video might not be something I'm doing daily just because energy wise, sometimes I don't, want to be on and making a video every day. Like that's something that I, teach to my clients is how to make sustainable content. So that way you don't have to be in content creation mode every day. And there are seasons where I can, just kind of go, go, go. But I also know that for me, it's not realistic to expect myself to do this because I'm going to be documenting for the next 90 days or at least until I've reached 90 days of creating this community at the bare minimum. We'll see if I go further, but I do really want to take the time to document these first 90 days. So we've already gone through a week, I already had like 7, 8 days that's gone by. And so I wanted to share some of the things I wrote it down that has happened this week. So, again, I opened this community on school. If you want to check it out, go to www.postvideo.com and then you'll be able to find all about the community and sign up. It is a paid community, it's $9 a month. However, I do have a 7-day free trial. So, if you're interested in, just checking things out, you can. I currently have a post the video challenge going on right now. It is like today was day 3, so tomorrow is the last day. and we're going to be talking about how to overcome perfectionism. However, I'm going to be running this challenge again September 15th through 18th. So if you want to, save your free trial for then, go ahead and join us in a couple of weeks when we run the challenge again. Um, but something that I found really cool, so school has some really good stats. And so they have this like discovery tab because for those of you who are new to school, it is a platform that people can host communities on. And they have different categories like music, money. I think they have a sports category, hobbies, all kind of different things, right? So I found that I am ranking in the self-improvement category. And I really like that actually because an introvert video breakthrough, again, is really about building that video confidence and helping you create videos that are sustainable. And so, I'm excited to be in that self-improvement category, and then, they're adding some new features where you can have, like, tiers, and so I'm either going to add, because another way that I help people show up is not only online, but offline, especially for things like conferences, and networking events, and so I have a whole framework called STAR around that, and so I really wanna share that as well, so I'm debating if I'm going to create that in a new group or if I just create a tier where I'm helping people with that as well. But all of that to say is that all has to do with self improvement. And sometimes I've had, trouble not articulating that, but making sure people see the value of that, right? Because sometimes people may see like, okay, it's confidence, you're more confident in showing up, but they may not see like, okay, what is the monetary value, especially since I'm working with business owners. But the thing is, when you're able to show up more confidently, that reflects throughout everything. That reflects throughout your marketing content. That reflects when you're meeting people in person. Like it impacts so many different things that, give you leverage and a leg up when you are trying to attract aligned opportunities. So that is a great category. I started off, so I think the first time I checked was Wednesday, last Wednesday, and I was ranked at 2078. The last time I checked, today, I am now ranked at 1038. So I think that's really cool. So I'm like moving on up there, and the ranking isn't just it's not just about like your size, but it's more about like if you have people engaging in the group, are they having good conversations? And then as well as some other like technical things like do you have a good bio? Do you have photos and things that display your group properly? So I'm feeling really proud about that. And each day I have just been like going up. So I've been taking screenshots each day of like where my ranking is. And I'm just really excited to be going up. And I'm excited to see how far I could go. And so I currently have 13 members in the group, 13 amazing souls who are ready to get out of their head and in front of their audience. And so I am so excited about that. Like I said, my goal is to reach, let me get this light back on. I'm in the car, y'all. I wanted to get this video out and share my thoughts before I turn into the night. Because once I get into the house, I'm finna wind down and do what I need to do. So uh, yeah, so I currently have 13 amazing members in the group. And my goal is to reach, so my next milestone is to reach 50 new members by September 30th. So again, if you're interested in joining us, head over to www.postthevideo.com and I hope to see you there. And then I talked about my big goal of supporting 1,000 introverts total, and I'm not putting a timeline on that. We will get there when we're meant to get there, but that is like my big goal that I want to go. And so then I just wanted to share like some of the things that I've learned from doing this community. Cause like I said, I have managed and even started other people's communities from scratch. However, they already had their own brand, they already had their own audience. And so I have, a bit of an audience. I have an audience on LinkedIn, on Instagram mainly, and then I have a really strong in-person network. And so that is like what I've been cultivating and inviting people in to join this community, right? But it is different, like building your own versus running someone else's. So this has been a really cool experience, and it's just like I don't know. It's like it's caused me to be a little bit more vulnerable than I normally am. And it's getting me out of my comfort zone, which I'm always down for because when you're getting out your comfort zone, you're growing, and I am ready to grow. Okay, so some things I learned, and this is something I kind of knew, but just like, a reminder to me and to you is that timing is everything, right? So I had this post a video challenge, right? And like I said, the thing is it's a holiday week. I mean, it was Monday, but like people tend to get like slowly back into the week and all that stuff. And so I started the challenge on Monday. I'm a full-time entrepreneur, y'all, and I knew it was a holiday, but I also was just so excited. And I was like, cool. I want to get things, started with a bang. So I was like, cool, I'll give people a week to start joining and then we're going to like jump into this challenge. So no one showed up for my challenge day one. And that's okay. Like, people were resting, but I still showed up. I still showed up for me, showed up for the community, and people were able to watch the replay, which is awesome. And then day two and day three, I've had people join, which has been great. And they've been getting a lot out of it. And so yeah, so, you know, note to self and to others, maybe don't launch during the holiday week, especially if you want people to, take action and do some things that's probably out of their comfort zone, right? And then I realized that many people are new to school that at least that are joining my community. And so one is really cool. And I feel really honored that they, trust me enough to like try out this new community. And so what I've done to kind of offset that is create a new to school video. So that way people can just get used to the platform. Because what I'm finding, especially with my audience, is that, people, they want to get comfortable first before they even post. They get on this new platform. They're like, what is happening? What's going on? So I have a start here post, and in that post, I am like, "Hey, here's a video, everything you need to know about school." I also have it. School has this thing called Classroom where you can put courses. So I have a start here course as well. I got it there. I got it several places because I don't want people to like miss it. I'm probably gonna need to put it in the welcome message as well. Now that I'm thinking that out loud, because I just don't want people to get overwhelmed. And there's also I talk about some settings in there that can help with that as well, because some of the notifications is kind of like, to me, extreme on there. And so I share some of my hacks that I use to make it just like less overwhelming. So you're not gonna like be like, I never want to open this app again. And let's see. Oh, and then the some of the other things is that um outside of reaching out to my personal network, I found that LinkedIn has been such a good source of traffic. So to a little background, the strategy of what I did for this is I created a LinkedIn event for the challenge, and I invited people through LinkedIn to come to the event. So far, I've had 3 people join the challenge from that alone, out of I think maybe 16 or 17 people RSVP'd for the event. And again, this is a holiday week. I even had some people, because I reached out to everyone reminding them like, hey, you need to join the group in order to be part of the challenge. And I had some people that was kind of like, oh yeah, I'm on vacation, or oh, actually these times don't work for me. And that's okay, because all that I was able to let them know, like, we're gonna have another challenge in 2 weeks, right? So that they can prepare for that one. And that's really cool. And just really like using LinkedIn events is just such a wonderful strategy to use when you're building community on LinkedIn. Um, for those of you who are following me on Crystal to Geek, my YouTube channel, I actually just did an episode yesterday, my Two Geek Tuesday series, where I share what's currently got me too geek when it comes to strategy, style, and series. 3 key areas I think that is key to your visibility. And I talked about some different LinkedIn strategies to build community there. So definitely check that out. But yeah, so that's how I've been so far getting people in. And then I also put the link in like all of my social profiles. So I actually had my first person come from Instagram, which is really cool because I haven't been talking about it as much on Instagram. Instagram is more like my third platform that I use. Like I focus on LinkedIn, YouTube, and then Instagram. And then we're gonna see, with Substack, like it might get pushed to fourth place with Substack because I'm really enjoying just creating on here. And then and then overall, yeah, I'm excited to see like how sharing here on YouTube and on Substack is going to encourage people to join the community as well. I'm really excited to use both of those platforms as a way to share certain things for free, and then that way, if people want to dive deeper in those topics and or be able to personally ask me questions, then you could just join the community. Again, it's $9 a month. Um, a easy buy to be able to get access to ask questions and different things. And while it is mainly focused around video, it's also focused around just navigating business as an introverted or energy conscious business owner, right? So I just had someone today ask a question about getting an intern. So I had my first summer intern, Addison. She was amazing, and so I had someone in the group ask about that because they want to become more visible. They want to do more video, but they know that they're going to need some assistance. So things like that is conversations that we're having in the group as well. So yes, it is mainly about video, but it's also about, again, creating a sustainable business as someone who, might be a little bit more reserved, a little bit more introverted and shy. And yeah, this has just been a fun experience so far. It looks like it's time to get to go in the house. It's getting dark. But yeah, I just wanted to share what I've been working on so far in this first week. We're diving into week two. I'm excited to keep these going, and I wanted to also test out the live because I love going live. Lives are like my favorite things, and I'm like, okay, Substack has a live feature. Let's try it out. So again, this is me getting out of my comfort zone, trying things out. I can't use my little fancy equipment and cameras and stuff with this one because I have to do it from my phone. So this is going to be interesting of how I, incorporate lives and what can I do to like make it stand out because I really like teaching and I like to have visual aids. And so I'm curious. I'm going to think of some fun ways to be able to do that when I can only, access my phone when I'm going live on Substack. But don't worry, I'm gonna figure something out. Yeah. So that's all I have for now. Again, if you want to join the community, head to www.postavideo.com and hope to see you there. Until next time, y'all, stay geeked and fabulous.